Hi, thank you everybody for making it out tonight, especially you, Mrs. Greenwood. Can we just give her a round of applause, please? No? No, okay, sorry. Have you ever sat on the sidewalk on a hot summer's day eating a bowl of ice cream? Have you ever wondered where this delicious treat came from? Well, over the past 17 years, I have consumed a lot of ice cream, but it was only until recently when I found out more about what it is and where it comes from. Ice cream is an underappreciated dessert, but hopefully you will gain more understanding about it through the rest of my speech. There are a few things I believe you should be aware of when it comes to ice cream. First thing is, ice cream has a very long history. It also has a set of specific proportions used to make the perfect blend. And I added in some fun facts for you that are guaranteed some enjoyment. Now, back to the first question. Where does this delicious treat come from? After reviewing my anonymous survey, I found that most of the audience members wanted to know who invented ice cream. And after lots of research on idfa.org and icecreamhistory.net, I found that there's not just one inventor of ice cream. There's actually a lot. The first ice cream was found in ancient Persia, around 2,500 years ago. It was crushed ice with honey and fruit on top of it. I found that most early versions of ice cream were snow cone-like, but the geological location had a lot to do with what type of ice cream it was. If it was more European, it was more of a snow cone. If it was more Asian and Eastern, it was more of a sherbet. For example, Alexander the Great told about having crushed ice with honey and nectar. Julius Caesar would send his servants up to the mountain to get him ice. And Marco Polo returned from the East with a recipe on sherbet. It wasn't until the 17th century when modern ice cream was invented by the English and the Italians. It was typically for more higher class individuals, and they called it creamed ice. It moved to America in around 1770, and George Washington once ate $200 worth of ice cream in one summer. That's a lot of ice cream. Ice cream wasn't available to the public until the World War II. Economists also found that ice cream sales increased during times of war, which would make sense because they threw a giant ice cream party to celebrate the victory of World War II. This is a picture of one of George Washington's ice cream recipes. I can't read his handwriting. I would tell you what it was if I could read it. But ice cream has a really long history and there's a lot of versions to ice cream. But you may be wondering, what's the perfect formula for ice cream? Well, here it is. The percentage of milk fat. The percentage of milk fat should be around 10 to 15%. Different percentages depend on how premium the ice cream is. For example, some super premium ice creams have upwards of 24% of milk fat. The next thing is percentage of non-milk fat, solids. This number should be between 9 and 12%. It consists of succerin, lactose, whey protein, and minerals. This helps with the texture and body of the ice cream. The next one is percentage of sweeteners. The percentage of sweeteners should be around 12 to 18%. These typically are corn-based sweeteners and sucrose. Percentage of stabilizers and emulsifiers. This is really what makes ice cream ice cream. It should be 0.2% to 0.5%. The stabilizers affect how many ice crystals there are and how big they are. The more ice crystals, the less ice cream it is. You want it more creamy, otherwise it's just a snow cone. The emulsifiers affect how much air is distributed among the ice cream, so that also affects the body of the ice cream. And then the last thing is percentage of water. This should be around 55 to 64%, but most of the water comes from the milk. Now that you know how to make the perfect ice cream, here are some fun facts for you to enjoy. The first one is, it takes 12 gallons of milk to make 1 gallon of ice cream. That's a lot of ice cream and a lot of cows. The next one is, there's a hot dog flavored ice cream in Arizona. It sounds disgusting to me. My sister's making disgusted faces behind the camera. The next one is, they found that actually ice cream sales increased during times of recession and depression. I believe that's because ice cream makes people happy. And the last one is, 1 cup of vanilla ice cream has 273 calories, but we're gonna forget that one. Overall, I overall, we found that ice cream has a really long history to it. There's a specific proportion that you should use to make the perfect ice cream, and it has a lot of fun facts. Hopefully you have gained a better understanding and appreciation for ice cream over this speech. This is my friend Sierra. She wanted to be famous and she approves this message. Next time you're eating ice cream on a sidewalk on a hot summer's day, I hope you remember my speech. Thank you.